Hello, people. I just felt like running my mouth for 5 minutes or less. It could always expand to more, but really, this is just to ask a question, and I like asking people questions. So, my question is, do you look for conflict? And the reason that I ask that is that I believe, well, this is from what I observe, a lot of people look for problems. They don't really look for solutions. So, I just want to ask people in general, do you look for conflict? And if you look for conflict, why do you do that? Is conflict exciting? Is it entertaining? Does it get your blood blowing, boiling? Does it get your heart to beating? I'm just curious because I really want to, just me, I'm always speaking about what I want. I really want to hear more positivity, more love, and everything is great. And I know things go wrong. I know people are unemployed. I know people get sick. People get injured. People are homeless. We have all these things that are happening in the world that can bring so much sadness to people, and it should be discussed. However, we should try to find solutions to these problems. More people, to me, I'm always saying the same words. If you listen to what I'm saying, talk about things that I consider to be extremely inconsequential. It really doesn't matter. Um, a lot of people want to hate on people. You want to hate on the president. You want to hate on the senator. You want to hate on the mayor. And you look for problems instead of saying, okay, there is a problem. I see there's a problem, but how do we solve this problem? That's what I think life should be about. Life should be about solving problems. Now, it's cool to create them if it's going to make your life better. You know, if you see something is wrong with the system or something to become more efficient, then you look at the situation and say, well, how can I make something better? I get that, but I'm not looking for fights. Some people want fights. Some people want to be triggered. That's not me. I'm not searching YouTube trying to find things that infuriate me. No, I'm looking for things that uplift me, motivate me, and give me a reasonable perspective. It's like when I hear people talk about movie reviews, or they're always looking for the problem of the device or whatever it is. If I could just say that it was great, I can see any flaws. I gotta look and see if I ever did that. But there's certain things that like some things can be flawless to you. You're subjective with that, but everything is not a problem. So I'm just curious to why most people, it seems, I shouldn't say most, but it seems like a lot of people really look for trouble. They really look to find something to be angry about or to be bothered about, or I can't believe you said that about. And I think people say all type of crazy things. I did a video. Do people really think about the things they say before they say it? And I don't know if people do or they don't. It for me, I wish that you would, but a lot of people, you're so caught up in your beliefs, to your own personal dogma, to your morality shape, that this is how you think the world should be. So whenever somebody goes outside of your worldview, then there's a problem, and now there's conflict. Um, you can say you don't like somebody running something. I get that. You can say you like how somebody else does something. I get that. However, whenever somebody does something that I don't like, I just try to stay my best away from it, because I don't care how you live your life. Just stay away from me. I don't have no problem with a lot of things. I don't care who you date. I don't care who you marry. I don't care if you don't marry. I don't care if you just want to be a casual dude with all the women, or a woman wants to be a player with the men. I don't know how you will name it, frame it, whatever. Do you? However, if you don't bring your life to me or ask me what I think about your life, I'm not going to really critique it, because I don't care. And I'm not trying to be your enemy. I want to be your friend. Even with my YouTube page, I don't want to be caught up in just a sector. I may want to do technology one day. I may want to do movie reviews the next day. I may want to actually eat some food and just chit chat with somebody. I may want to drink a beer. I may want to do all. Hey, what's up, brother Tone? Tone Malone. Much respect to you. I Tone. Hopefully you will interact with me for a second, because some things I just don't understand. Do you know why so many people look for conflict? I've never understood that. It perplexes me. I'm not trying to have a fight. It's cool to have a disagreement about ideology or personal beliefs or what you think people should do, but I'm not trying to be triggered by what other people say. And I've never understood why people feel that way. Why do people feel that everybody has to be the enemy, or I got to attack you? I get it. Like, let me step outside of myself, and I'm going to try to go into a business perspective, looking at it from what I observe from other people. Because I think most people do like this. They find conflict entertaining, like a boxing match. You like these things. MMA, we like these things. We like to see a movie with drama. If you watch shows, let me talk specifically. Let's say you watch shows, because there are a lot of black lady shows, and there's always going to be some type of drama in the show. They don't have that many black men shows. So I'm using that as an example, because I don't, but most shows that people watch, there's going to be some type of conflict, and most people say if there's no conflict, it'll be boring. You don't. Most people want some type of excitement, and we equate conflict to excitement. Even with YouTube, if I was to put somebody else's name in my title, now they think people think it's a beef, even though it may not be. What did you say? I'm not sure why. I guess it depends on the people's personal perspective or conditioning. I'm gonna give that more thought. I do think a lot of people are conditioned to be a certain way, so a lot of people react to certain things that are. I'm always going in a circle that are inconsequential. They really don't matter. So when somebody uses a term referring to something that could be a slang, as long as you understand what somebody says, why do you have a problem with how they're saying it? As long as it's not disrespectful to you, like I'm always going to a reference. I don't. The term game to me, even though I know lots of words have various definitions, the term game itself, when I think about it, implies playing someone. And I know in life, people are played or people get played, but I'm never trying to manipulate or play anyone. So when it comes to like dating in relationships, there may be rules to it and there may be taxes to it, but it's a game, but I just don't like the term game. So when I would prefer people who say, man, you need to work on your social skills or your tactics when it comes to talking to people that you have romantic interest with. If you want to talk to ladies, maybe you should learn to change your tactics. But people say you have no game. But you know, when you say games, people say, well, you're trying to play them. But I get it. Sorry for the grammar error. I'm typing fast. Oh, it doesn't matter. As long as I can comprehend what you're saying, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be accurate. Because if I can deduce from your words what you are saying, I get it. So for me, I want to learn and grow and build and connect with people, and I don't want to be disrespectful, even though it can happen. I'm human. I'm always reflecting on myself because we can always overtalk people, and I try my best not to overtalk people. So I don't want to be overtalked. So I'm always working on it. However, sometimes I want to have just civil conversations with no conflict. And that's what I look for. And the people that I may attract may come in, and it's not going to be civil, and I'm gonna be civil, but I don't want to alienate people from their passion, because there's nothing wrong with being passionate, and there's nothing wrong with how you express yourself. However, I do think that being civil, being courteous, being polite when you interact with people can go a long way. So I'm not going to tell somebody to not curse on my page or to not use certain words. I could say, hey, I don't like that term used and directed to me. But if you choose to do that, that's on you. I'm just going to be oblivious to you, and I'm probably going to ignore you in the future. But I'm not going to react to words you use, because to me, words mean nothing. It's all about physicality. So if somebody's not touching me, I don't take anything that anybody does as a threat. So you can say whatever you want to say. You can say, I always say the same things. Charles could suck, really. Charles is horrible. I wouldn't care, because what you think or don't think doesn't change my perception of me. Even though how I perceive myself is from what other people have said. Somebody told me that this stuff on my face is called a beard. So now I say I have a beard. And how do you know? Because some people said I had a beard. And so now I know I call this a beard, so I have one. So using this, the way that my brain thinks, I do understand that you can change your perspective about lots of things, because certain people are going to like skinny people. Some people are going to like fat people. Some people want to eat hamburgers, and some people want to eat vegetables. That's all a personal perspective. It's all the way that you see it. And so how can I have conflict on your personal ideology as long as you're not forcing it on me? So if you say you don't like a man with a beard, I can't change your mind about that. I may say, well, you ain't met me yet. But if you still don't like it, that's your perspective. So when people talk, when people dialogue, I don't want to see a lot of clashing. It doesn't have to be that. So it's hard for me sometimes. It's hard for me even to I'm trying to be more open, to jump on more panels, but everybody has their own worldview, what they think is of importance to talk about. See, I think so many things are important, and the most important thing for me is peace. Like, I really want you to have a peaceful life, and I don't want to bring drama to you. So if I know that my energy doesn't resonate with your energy, I'm not going to be detrimental to you. I'm not going to bring something that's going to take you down, as long as I don't think you're being detrimental to others. Like, if it's let's two people have a conflict, right? I'm not involved. I might say, hey, chill out a little bit. Hey, we're not talking to you. I'm sorry. Let me get on, man. As long as you don't hurt each other. If I see y'all hurting each other physically, and that's not something that's going to be conducive, I'm going to try to stop that. If you hurt me, it's cool. Because I do believe in stepping in. However, I don't want to risk my life over stuff that I have really absolutely nothing to do with. So I'm not about to drive across town to stop somebody fight that I'm nowhere near because I don't know about it. If I can stop it before it begins, that's my plan. If I can control it, I can. But some things are beyond my control, and that's when I would reach out for help, or I'll just try to leave because my life is important to me, and I'm not trying to end it over something that's trivial as I don't like the color this person wore. That's weird to me. There's a lot of things are weird to me. I'm not saying it anything. Your beliefs is like war. I don't know the soldier I'm fighting, but this nation told me to go shoot at them, so I go do that. Does it really make sense? I guess it is if we all as a collective believe in this ideology and we're here to protect it. But a lot of times people don't even know what they're fighting for. A lot of people are in the military just for a paycheck. They're not. There's nothing about they protecting some hell of assets or a certain way of life because you haven't even tried other way of life to know what life is better. So some of the things I say to me make sense. It may not make sense to other people. A lot of things I say, I think like that dude Chuck is weird, and I admit I'm a little different. I'm not the normal black man. I'm a brother just like all other brothers, but I think I'm different in the way that I view the world. I don't view the world as some place where everybody is out against you. I don't think everybody's my enemy. I don't think everybody's my friend too, but I hope they could be. And if they don't, then let me stay away from you. So I'm a person. I'm gonna say now I'm flowing a little bit. Even on YouTube, I've met people that I really consider friends. Like they don't know I think highly of them, and I don't ever want to see people that I have some type of compassion for or care for to suffer. I don't ever want people to suffer ever. However, I can't be there all the time, and I don't want people to conflict my compassion and my love for something more. Because people can say, well, you said this, but you didn't do this. You're disloyal. So that's what I always question. What is loyalty? If I'm not opposed to you and I have your back, I'm loyal. But to be loyal, does that mean I have to choose a side? So that's where I kind of shy away from, because that's, to me, is unnecessary conflict. There's lots of people that say things that I don't agree with. However, I will still be supportive as long as I don't think that what they're doing is totally detrimental. And so many people, let's say celebrities are in the limelight. Yeah, they putting their life out there, but they still don't want to be destroyed. And so many people go after them just because they can. And I don't ever want to be that person going after somebody else, because I think that everybody has a life. Everybody has things that may hurt them psychologically, even though we may not be able to see it. So this is me. I just don't want to engage in unnecessary conflict. I wish everybody well. I want people to feel the best that they can feel. I'm always open for anybody who needs some type of help, as long as you ain't trying to make me drown with you. I'm not trying to drown in the pool, baby. We can make it to the side. That's always my statement. That's always what I want. And before I end this video, I didn't feel like going long. I'm gonna say some things, and hopefully it makes sense. My time is precious. So it's really hard for me to, when I watch a lot of other people on YouTube, I want you to get to it. I don't want to wait 15 minutes for you to get your watch time up, then you start talking. Just say what you have to say, because I will watch you. If I can speed it up, I'll speed it up, but I will watch you if you're saying something. If you're saying nothing in the first 2 or 3 minutes, I'm not listening. Unless the title is really dragging me in, and I'm stuff that interests me doesn't interest other people. So I guess all my titles are in reference to you personally and humanity. So I really don't care what celebrity A did to celebrity B, or this celebrity doesn't like that celebrity, because what does it have to do with me in the big scheme of things? I don't care who you support politically, because as long as who you supports your interests, then you do that. So how can I tell you what has your interest? Because I don't know what your interests are. That's what I'm always trying to argue with people. You don't know what's important to me, and I don't know what's important to you. For me, it's peace. And whatever's going to bring me the most peace without restricting my personal freedom is what I'm for. I may want people to help me, but I can't demand that. Now, if a lot of people want help, and it seems a lot of people do, then they'll vote for things that are change policy laws. Me, I think that people should work together as a collective, but finding people who align with your spirit is a difficult thing to do. It's hard to find people who actually vibe with what I'm putting out. And a lot of people, I'm assuming, wouldn't even know, but most of my messages are pretty fun and good. It's not, I think so, but I can't drag people here. I can't say come listen to Chuck and let's have an interaction, because that's what I think I like. I think if I had more people interacting with me, I can flow, because I really listen to what people say, and it's never going to be an attack. Even if you disrespect me, I might ask you, okay, that's how you feel about me? Why do you think so? You know, somebody will say, Charles, you're a simp. I'm like, that's great. Tell me why. It doesn't bother me because I like ladies. I enjoy them. I'm never going to tell somebody what they should do with their relationship. I think if people are on the same accord, however they choose to frame a relationship, it's great. And if you think that somebody's going to take your finances and you choose not to participate, it's great. I'm not going to tell you who to trust and who not to trust, because there are good and bad people in all groups. You're going to have good Martians and good Samoans. You're going to have good people from China, and you're going to have good people from Japan. You're going to have good people from Africa and good people from Norway. And if you want to say them in the how do you shape it, the racial group, you're going to have good black people, you have good white people, you know, or good yellow people, call my colors, you know what I mean, or good purple people, or good brown people, you know. So all this stuff is weird to me, the way we frame things. Oh, why you call me that? Don't call me, I'm not African American, I'm black. Don't you call me a Caucasian? I'm Norwegian. I'm Latino. I don't know the proper terms to tell people to make them feel good about themselves, but that's what I want. I just want people to feel good about themselves. I'm always going to say I'm biased. I'm a black man from America, a descendant of slavery, whatever you want to call it. So the way I look at my life may be the way that you look at your life. So of course, I relate to people who come through my same upbringing. I was born in Torrance, California. I grew up in Carson, you know, joined the military, went around the world, lived in San Diego for a while, lived in Mississippi for a while, lived in Florida for a while, lived in New Jersey for a while, lived in Philadelphia for a while. I can keep going on and on, tell you places I lived, you know. So does it matter? I think life is great. I think no matter what, you're going to learn a lot about life, and life is always, life is dynamic. Life is always changing. So I'm just trying to find that peace in the universe. I'm just trying to make the world better for people. I'm trying not to hurt you. There's going to be things that I'm always going to dislike. I don't like slander about people that I don't know. And I think sometimes some grievances should be kept in private, but it's on people to do it in public. It's cool if that's what you want to do. That's just not me. I don't have any animosity towards people. I want people to have the best life they can. I listen to people I don't even agree with because I just want to understand your perspective. And some people want an echo chamber. I've never wanted that. I want something that is open and fluid, and I don't want to castigate. I don't want to cut anybody off. You know, I want you to feel that you're free to come, and I don't ever want you to feel like you can't be a part of where I am because you think that we don't talk about the same things. I don't care if you want to come in and talk about tech. I don't care if you want to come and talk about politics. Hey, Donna, I would just run my mouth for a little bit. You kind of know what I'm saying. I don't look for conflict. I think a lot of people do. And I know why people do it, because it's exciting to people. Me, conflict is not really exciting to me. I'm not saying I don't sometimes listen to people, because I like to, when somebody has different ideologies, I want to hear their arguments. I want to understand why you think this way or why you don't. And I'm about to go in a little bit. It won't be harsh, but I'm going to go in just because it's fun for me. Like when people tell people how they need to look or how they should talk or what they should, it depends what you're trying to do. Me, I could wear a suit. I could wear a t-shirt. Does it make my message any better? I just do because I look more professional. So it's the way that you perceive me is going to make you hear what I'm saying. That's crazy to me. Like I understand people, they harp about the little things. Like me, when I listen to YouTube, like I'm more listen than look. I don't really care about your background. I don't care about what hat you got. I don't care about the flashing lights. That doesn't do it. That's not what's moving me. What moves me is what you say. So if you do a technology review, it's cool if you show me the product, but I'm really trying to hear what you're talking about the product. So what is going on doesn't matter to me. But I'm not saying anything's wrong. What's up, brother Art? Bam. So I'm not saying that those things are not important, because for some people that is extremely important. All the special effects, the way that you look, your style, it means something, I guess. But for me, it's the message is the most important. And I don't want people all day to sit and try to figure out what I'm saying. I want to say it as fast as I can so you can get in and get out and get about your day. And so my message, I'm going to say the same thing I said before. Some people are, Officer Panther, Charles Faulkner, much respect to you. For me, my thing is, I don't mind conflicts. I'm not saying that, but I don't go looking for it, because we're going to always have a different perspective of life. Somebody's going to think this, somebody's going to think that. There's always going to be a subjective right and wrong, and there's going to be a truthful right and wrong. So for me, I'm not trying to bring any drama or any pain to anyone. If I don't understand where you're coming from, I may ask you questions, and a lot of my questions may be really, really silly, but it's really for me to have clarity and understanding about where you're coming from. Because if I understand where you're coming from, then I'm not confused. I don't ever want confusion. You know, I'm gonna speak about me. Like I said before, like I love us. Like I'm a black man. I love black people, but I don't not love other people. However, what I want from black people, just specifically, is more unison, more connection, more understanding. And there's nothing wrong with disagreeing. There's nothing wrong with, sorry, I gotta say, there's nothing wrong with you having a different view than me. However, I'm not gonna attack you for having a different view. I just want you to elaborate on how you view things so that I can understand. And if I do see it from a different way, I can say that's like I learned from the teacher. That's interesting. I see it differently. I'm trying to get that in my lexicon. I'm trying to build it into what I'm saying, because most of the time, because I'm kind of a blunt person, I'd be like, well, I don't agree with that. And I know that can be harmful. So for me, I'm always working on trying to have a more peaceful resolution with people. And like I always say, I've said it in a couple of videos, but if I ever offend you or say something, I apologize, because I'm never trying to disrespect you. I know that I can be disrespectful, but that's never my purpose. My purpose is to respect your humanity, respect your opinion, respect your views, and hear them out in its entirety, so that if I have some missing synapses connecting so I can comprehend your whole message, I can ask questions. That's what my focus is when I interact with people. And that's what I want from people. It is what it is. You know, I do think that I want to, more than I look for problems, I look to solve problems. I want to make your life better. I want to make your life great. And if I can do anything to help you, I'll do that. And this is what I gotta, like, for everybody that's in the chat, all of you content creators, I'm gonna make sure I start sharing more and more. So whenever I see your notifications, I'm sharing it. I'm sharing it right away so that people will check you out. What's going on, Donna? Donna, you say people appearance does mean something. That's why I feel dressed to impress can take you a long way. My grandfather always told me. Well, let me get into that. People are quick to make assessments. It's a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Blink. However, I don't let somebody's appearance shape who they are, because people can be fraudulent. So just because somebody wears a suit doesn't mean they're not going to steal from you. You got a lot of people, because they wear a suit, you're willing to listen to them, but that's your perception. So because of perception, you're going to look at this person and think they're good, but they may not be good. So I try not to just, okay, if you know somebody, okay, what the way you look can do, it can give you validation before people really know you. But if somebody celebrity get on in a t-shirt, you're like, you should have put a suit on. You know what I mean? If somebody that you know has money goes to a red carpet and they wearing some jeans and a t-shirt, you don't think less of them. So the point I'm making is, even though we do make quick assessments and judgments, and there's nothing wrong with that, don't hold your judgment as concrete, and don't assume because somebody is not looking a certain way, they're not something. You know what I mean? That's the mistake I think people make. And a lot of people fake it till they make it. So you can wear a suit all day and say you got this and that, and you're rich. But until I actually see it, I don't believe anything you say, because anybody can say anything. You know, anybody can do anything. And right and wrong is subjective to the person. That's what it is. And but I appreciate what you said, Donna. I wish I had more people that would interact with me. I really do, because like, okay, if I wore, okay, I think I'm gonna sooner or later I'm gonna have to just wear a suit and be in a different environment. That probably would make my channel grow. But does that change who I am? Does it make me a better person? Would you be like, yes, this is a better Charles? You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get that. I come from the everyman group. We're all human. So I don't care if you make $1 billion. I don't care if you make 15,000. We can always talk. And I never want to feel like, I wish that somebody who had a million subscribers would come hop in my chat and just chit chat with me sometimes, or even people I've never met, because they say that's an interesting title. And I really do try to browse YouTube looking for titles that I would put up, but I really don't find too many people saying what I'm saying. Now, it's not saying you nothing. It just shows you put effort in you. I hope it makes sense. I get what you say, but what does it mean you put effort? Like, somebody could put effort in studying, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, to me, this is where I think my view is different, is a lot of people can put on a suit, or they can dress up, but they have no money. It doesn't matter, but they care more about you, what you think, than about their own life. So I care more about my life than what you think. So I want to fit in. So if it's appropriate, I wear it. And I wear things that I like, but what you think about it matters not. So like, if a person just wore, let's say it was just sweats, or like, I don't care if women wear high heels. I'm not more impressed by women wear high heels or a dress. I don't care. I'm basic. So as long as she looks nice to me, I'm happy. I'm more impressed. Truthfully, this is my subjective opinion, is I like to see women with afros. But how often do women wear afros? And the reason why is because society is not, that's not the norm. The society, the people who are on top of the society overall as a group wear straight hair. So more women wear straight hair than they wear froze. It is what it is. However, so people would do what they think is right. That doesn't impress me. You know what I mean? I like a basic person. So a person just wearing a t-shirt impresses me. But if you want to wear flannel, it's cool. I mean, it's subjective. But when we try to, okay, we can all say, but I'm gonna throw some terms out there because it's funny because people have been talking about it, but I really want to go into depth. To be wealthy in America is 250,000 or above. So anything below 250,000 is not wealthy. You could be upper middle class, but you're not wealthy. So a lot of people will say you got to do this or that to be considered rich or up there, where it's off subjective to where you're at, and it can vary from place to place. So speaking financially, a lot of people will say they're up there, but if you ain't making over $250,000 a year, you ain't up there. That's just my perspective. If you're not wealthy, you're not upper class. So you can talk about it all day, but this is where it is. It's kind of, most people won't reach that plateau. The average person is going to be stuck in the 50, 60,000 range. I'm assuming 40 to 60,000 range. And when you get above that, then you're moving up. But still, if you live in California, and you're not making $80,000 or more, you're pretty much struggling. I'm just telling you. I don't know what people think, but it is what it is. They living okay, but they're not saving that much, and they're not getting ahead, because most people are going to have to pay some type of rent or mortgage, going to have a car payment, and have insurance and all that type of things. And if they have a place, they got to pay property tax. So you're not doing that much. You know what I mean? So lots of things to do, but putting gas in your car costs money. And most people don't live close to things they want to do, especially, I don't know, the COVID has changed everything. But I'm just speaking from my perspective, even though I don't think people really think like I do, but that's just my perspective. So I don't even get into those dialogues. I love for people to look good, to feel great about themselves, but I'm not going to tell you what is appropriate or not, depending on the situation. Because like I tell people, Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg will wear a t-shirt like this and put a sports coat on, and the only thing they changed was a sports coat. And if you look at the NBA today, after they had that the rigid dress code, now they can dress however they want to, pretty much. So it's always perspective. And no matter what people try to say, like, it depends on what areas you're trying to move. If you're trying to move in politics, if you're trying to be in that CEO corporate environment, then maybe your perspectives change. But it depends what environment you're in, because the tech field sees it differently than finances. So they have a different dress. Okay, let me give you an example. This is Donna speaking. Dress for the occasion. Example, would you go to a job interview with jeans? Would you go to a wedding with jeans and a tee? It depends on what the environment is. So like I say, I will always dress appropriately. So if I know that a wedding is more casual, because I've been to plenty of weddings where people wore jeans, but I've been to more weddings where people dressed up. It's all subjective to who's getting there, and depends on the job. So if you're trying to get a job working as a garbage man or to be a plumber, they don't expect you to put on a suit. So a lot of people have been caught up into this white collar world, thinking everybody has to wear a suit, but everybody's not white collar. So it's cool to wear a button up shirt and some slacks going to an interview at Target. Why would you wear a suit and a tie going to get a job at Target? The people get what they're saying. Listen, if it's about marketing, like, even though the standard is set, we should dress a certain way and we hold it. I get that. However, I want to know, can you market? If I'm going to, like you said, going to a job for a tattoo, well, jeans and ripped up tees, it's cool for that. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. I think a lot of people have an image of what they think people should be. And like, I tell any lady, you want to wear makeup, that's great. But I detest it. So if I was running a business and somebody wanted to come work with me, do I let that, because I don't like makeup, tell you that you're inappropriate, but everybody else wears makeup? I may want you to wear jeans and t-shirt. Maybe I'm gonna hire a person to wear jeans and t-shirt, but you don't know that you're going by what you think everybody else should do. And I understand having a standard, and the standard may be realistic, but come on now. I'm on YouTube. I'm not working for people. I'm working for me. So if I think I'm gonna get more people putting on a suit, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put on a suit and see if more people come listen to what Charles says. I get that. A lot of people see it as a business. For me, this is just more fun. It's more fun for me. It's more about interacting. It's more about getting somebody like Donna to talk to me in the chat. It's more about that. So I don't ever want people to feel they're not welcome, because you don't have to agree with me. You want to talk about, it's just funny because I'm gonna do it, but you want to talk about some headphones that are great for working out, but I don't like the sound on them. These Dre Beats, whatever they call them, or the studio beats. I don't know the name of what they are, the Beats vibe, whatever. I think they're great workout headphones, but they're not great for phone calls, and they're not great for casual all the time use. If I was to pick a headphone that I use all the time because they're in my pocket, I like these. The Pixel Bud 2s. I think that, man, they feel the best in your ear. They sound pretty clear. The only problem is they don't stay in your ear long and they fall out. But it is what it is. YouTube is different, especially if it's a hobby for someone. I get that. However, like I'm saying, it all depends on what business is, and too many people are caught up in the white collar business world. If I run a barbecue shop, if I have Wingstop, if I go to the doctor's office, I don't want the doctor don't have to wear a suit. It doesn't make sense to me. If I'm going to a bookstore, you don't have to wear a suit working in a bookstore. I want regular people. You don't wear a suit going to Starbucks. So most businesses that people talk about are not suit businesses. The most businesses, listen, you drive Uber. If you were on Uber, you don't have to wear a suit. People get caught up in this paradigm. Listen, it's funny to me, the way that people think. Most people don't have office jobs. Most people don't. Most people are retailers or salespeople. And, it's cool if you want to distinguish what a salesperson is, but they can wear a t-shirt with a badge on. You know what I'm saying? Think about what I'm saying. And I am not knocking appearance, but I just think people really don't connect the dots when they say things. If you're a nurse, you wearing scrubs, you got to wear a suit going to an interview to be a nurse. Does that make, or, it's just the way people think. They think, well, we equate professionalism to this. This is what a professionalism is. It's like, I don't know anything about microphones. It's different people. DJ Kuda talks about mics. So if Kuda say, get this mic, I get the mic because I want to sound good, but I'm not going to call somebody unprofessional because they don't get a mic. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I just think that the way we look at things, the way people shape things, the things people talk about to me are silly to me. I mean, I may be silly, but I'm always silly. But if you listen to what I'm saying, to me, at least to me, it's logical. It's not illogical. I'm just using rationality, that way I see things, to shape it up so it makes sense. Like, I'm not saying people should not wear suits or should not dress up. And I do think that people should dress appropriately to the occasion, because I'm not trying to go against the grain in that way. However, a lot of things we take preposterous. Like, I listen to certain people's shows and they're wearing suits, but your whole show was a cacophony of silliness. Why are you wearing a suit when you're being silly? That's like telling a comedian to go on stage and wear a suit, because a lot of you guys are silly. I don't take your show serious because you're not serious. It's stuff that I wouldn't, trust me. It doesn't seem professional, but you want to be seen as professional when you don't come out professionally. And I'm not trying to hate on people. I'm just being honest. But it's weird to me. The way that people see things, to me, is so weird, Donna. It's just the way that people view the world is weird. It's crazy, but I'm crazy. I'm deranged. Man, I did a lot of talking. Maybe I did too much talking because I don't want to hold people up. I went off on a tangent. It is what it is. I think I'm starting to get hungry. I'm about to go eat something, eat a nice juicy steak, cook it. Takes time to cook. Maybe I'll come back and I'll just eat on camera, because people say I don't do mukbangs. I'm just joking. Eat an apple on camera. That's what I'll do. Like, yeah, I'm gonna bite the peach and just let it drip. And be like, yeah, I bit the peach. I'm just being silly. That's annoying. Working out headphones keep coming. Yeah, it is. The best workout headphones that I have are these. I gotta give it credit. I got it from the Navy Exchange, I think, or Army Exchange. One of them I got them from. Like I tell people, if you're a veteran, or you are a retired veteran, or even if somebody who's in the service, you can now shop on the Navy Exchange. Like me, I'm retired, but for people who just did 4 years, I think you just have to submit some forms or fill out some information. And for any veteran, shopping on the Navy Exchange or AFES is tax-free. So by all means, please shop there, so you don't have to pay taxes. Sometimes they get great deals. You might want a pair of shoes and they cost $200 Foot Locker, and they'd be $100 on the NEX website. So I'm just sharing. Now, maybe somebody listen to me. Oh, these are the Beats Pro 2 or something like that. Beats Pro, Studio Pro 2, something like that. I don't know. It's Beats 2, Beats Pro 2. The wireless Beats. That's what it is. That's what they're Pro Beats, something like that. It's Pro Beats 2. That's what it is. Pro Beats 2 or something like that. Anyway, I've said a lot. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? I'll tell you what I think about things. Donna, thank you for interacting with me, because you got me motivated to. I didn't even, in my brain, this was going to be a 5-minute session, and it turned to 34 or something, and it's great. Like, I think I would go long if I thought people would hop on panels. Like, I don't know who's going to hop on, who's not going to hop on. That's what I'm always curious about. But it is what it is. It's new. no big deal for me. It's just, I want peace and loving, and I enjoy differences of opinion, but I'm not trying to fight you over it. I might just ask you, why do you think like that? Why do you see it that way? Somebody might say there's a better workout headphone. I remember they said the Jabra sports are good, but I've had Jabras, and when I was to run, they wasn't as good at the beats that flip over your ear. I want something that's super keep it on so I can, shake my head, do the bounce. That's what I want. That's what I look for. Ooh, anybody got something they want to talk about? Because, I think a lot of talking. At least I think so. I think going on for so long can wear people out. It is what it is. Maybe later. Maybe I'll do a panel. Somebody send me an email about some interesting topic. Put a topic in my comments. It's not going to happen, but I can hope for it. Say, Charles, let's talk about this. And I'll program time and actually hop on with people and hope people join me. Much love to everyone. I hope it is great wherever you're at. I hope that life is going fantastic. I hope that you smile forever. I hope that you feel a hug or love. And I think kindly about you. I think greatly. I want you to get all the smooches and loving that you can get. This is the Charles session. This is the Charles hour. And I want you to feel great about your day. All right, let me go ahead and end this because I didn't talk long enough, and I know I don't wear people out. I got mine at 5 and below for headphones. I got to look up 5 and below. Never heard of it. Is that an online shop or is that a real store? Never heard of it. Anyway, you can let me know. You can hit me up. I'm gonna wait for you to respond before I end it because I want to know what 5 and below is, or should I just look it up? It's a store. It's a physical store, brick and mortar. Brick and mortar. Did I say it correct? Brick and mortar store. All right. Thank you. I appreciate everybody who listened to me ramble for a couple of minutes and went from the 5-minute talk to 30-minute talk because people joined in me with my chat. That made me feel real great. I always feel honored and blessed, and I will talk to you all later. Check my computer tab because I'm going to share everybody. All right. Have a great one, people.